All right, now that the mic test is good, I just want to say we don't edit. Just kidding. What's up, guys? It's iBerserk here. Today we're gonna talk. We're not gonna talk. We are gonna talk, but we're gonna dig into some Strixhaven. It's release day, and I am excited for this, and I think you should be excited for this too. It's a new set. And quite frankly, it looks interesting. We've got schools and we've got wizardry, and it's very Harry Potter-ish, and that on its own is something to be excited for. So, real quick, I can't get this off my brain here. I'm curious to know how everybody else's update experience went. This company, man, Wizards of the Coast, this game has not had the best development cycle, and I find it interesting that this is the first time that we're essentially having 4 simultaneous releases at one time. We've got PC, we've got Mac, we've got Android, we've got iPhone, and I was very curious. I'm watching this throughout the day, watching to see when the cards will become available. And it looked like the PC seemed to go okay. It went about as well as could be expected. But the phone, I've got an iPhone, and I was watching this, and at one point I was able to log in, but I wasn't able to see the mastery. I wasn't able to view the new cards that I could see on the PC. At one point, it was completely down, and it had a forum. It took me to a forum page telling me that my client was outdated, which I've got a video on the same exact error message for PC, so I had to update it for iOS. Absolutely crazy. I had to actually go into the App Store and force a download of the new version in order to get it to play on the iOS. So some severe growing pains here with the addition of the mobile launch. But enough of that. We are here. So let's get to it. I'm trying to figure out where I want to live. Do I want to live over here? Do I want to be on the bottom? I don't know. Let's start here. I think the first thing that anybody does when they take a look at a new set is you've got a brand new UI. We can see that we've got the Strixhaven all over the front page here. If we flip the button, it doesn't look any different at all. For some reason, these sprites reload, but again, it's Wizards. So I get to see the rank right up here, which is kind of nice. I think the next stop for everybody is the store. I know it was for me. And I like to see the daily deals. I guess now the bundles. The bundles is where things were exciting. So first things first, these stickers are pretty awesome. I'm not a guy who spends a lot on cosmetics. I think the value of the cards is in playing the cards, but I don't see how anybody doesn't pick this up. Look, look at Miss Naughty Wanderess over here, and befuddled iBerserk over here trying to think through his next move. And Yeehaw lady over here. These are they're super fun stickers. We've also got a pretty sweet sleeve with an awesome companion pet here, the Milla bundle. And at first I wasn't extremely excited about these cosmetics for cards here, but let me take you down here a little bit. And this is one of the things I noticed in the mastery, and I'll bring this up later. But each of the colors, the color pairings, the Witherbloom, and forgive me, I don't remember the rest of the names, has what appears to be like a core dragon or core beast, Shadric Silverquill, and the Tanzir Quandrix, and you can see that most of them cost between 4 and 7. But these are pretty cool. And you see they're mythics as well. But then what really got me here are these Japanese mystical archive cards. And these are just really neat. Really, really neat. And you can see they're on sale. And I know I'm going to want them, and I'm probably not going to pick them up just because I am a cheapskate. But man, these are neat. I hope I see these out there. And I think one of the ones I was really looking at was this Swords to Plowshares card, Natural Order, Dark Ritual. What a great card. Demonic Tutor, Channel, Lightning Bolt. Like, these are just some Counterspell. These are some great looking cards here. So anyway, that's the store here. The store's looking pretty pimped out right now, I have to admit. Pretty much the bundles and the daily deals are where you want to be, or possibly the featured page. Pretty sweet. Mastery is another great thing to check out. I always like to see, like, if you get the Mastery pass, what you could expect to earn throughout the year. What are they, well, the next 3 months, what are they going to give out to people? And it looks like this set is going to give out quite a bit more cosmetics than the last set. With the Kaldheim, they gave out quite a few 4 copies of rares and mythic cards in the later sets. And in this one, you can see that there's a lot of you still get your gems, you still get your cards, but you get a lot more orbs and card singles and the Mystical Archive set as well. Yeah, 1 mythic card is good. That's this right here, 1 Mystical Archive card. So these aren't playable. So I don't know how people will feel about that. Personally, I'm okay with it. I want to own them. It sounds silly, but this kind of brings me back to when I was playing legitimately back in middle school, high school, playing Swords to Plowshares in a Sylvan Library deck. So that's what kind of excites me about it. Others may or may not care as much about it, but definitely a lot more cosmetics in here. One thing I do like that Wizards is doing is for people who are free to play, they're offering a lot more packs into the daily weekly experience here. You still get the cosmetic every now and then, but pretty much every other, all the way up to level 72, you can guaranteed pick up a pack. And I think that's really great because if you aren't paying to play the game, if you aren't buying packs, you need to be able to earn packs in order to stay viable. There's just no way to compete unless you've got a reasonable number of cards and opportunities to get wild cards in play. So yeah, good on Wizards for that. And I'm overall, I guess I'm not. I'm pretty impressed. I'm impressed, I guess, with the Mastery Pass here. I think it looks pretty good. It strikes a good amount of value. I kind of like the Kaldheim a little bit better, just because it did offer the 4 of certain rares, so you could round out a set pretty easily, but looking all right. Last thing to check out here before we get into the game is the Strixhaven Mastery. These are the cosmetic orbs that you earn throughout the game. And you can see here that we have each of the 5 schools. We've got Witherbloom and Prismari, which is the blue-red. Witherbloom is the green and black. And then we've got the Quandrix, which is blue and green, it looks like. And then Silverquill, which is black and white. And Lorehold Pledged Mage, which is red and white. And you can see that different than how other sets worked. You can see it starts with the initial purchase. Then we get an avatar, and each of these avatars are looking pretty good. But then you can see that there's a decision tree here that ultimately leads you to your the dragon or the beast, the house that represents the house. So the Shadric Silverquill, you could technically get with 4, and the Tanzir Quandrix you could technically get to 4. So I think what you'll see a lot of people doing is getting to 4, finding their path to 4 on each of these before completing an entire entire house's cards. It's also it's interesting that it's the color combination that you get a cosmetic for, and not just green, red, white, black, blue. So let's see. I still owe you guys a quick draft Throne of Eldraine. We're gonna finish that up here eventually, but tonight I want to get into Strixhaven. I've been keeping up on the cards. I've been doing a couple of mock drafts, but for the best bet for your money is to start with sealed, then go to quick draft, then to open packs. So I would suggest, if you can, get in on sealed. I'll move my face here so you guys can see. It starts at, if you pre-ordered the $50, you get a token, or if you earned it through other mastery collections, you should have a token, and those will be good for these. You have to have a sealed entry, not a player draft token for this. And the reason for that is that there is a price difference. The sealed costs $2,000, and the Premier Draft Strixhaven costs $1,500. So it's a little bit more expensive to do sealed. And the reason for that is that you get 6 packs when you do a sealed entry. And I did the math. It's actually not as hard as you think to get to 3 wins in sealed. Actually, I think it's easier, because I think sealed has a lot more to do with luck than drafting does. Drafting has a lot to do with skill, and knowing the cards and seeing what opportunities there are that are coming through the table. With sealed, you're given 6 packs, and your job is to figure out the best way to put these 6 random packs together as you can. And so with that comes a lot of luck. A lot of people don't know how to put a deck together. There's skill in that. I'm not going to say I'm very good at it either. But I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not that hard to get to 3 or 4 wins. And I think with that, you can see that getting to even 2 wins gets you 600. So, and you get a total of 9 packs. You get these 3 packs, whether or not you get 1 win, 2 wins, 7 wins. You just get, the only thing that changes the amount of gems that you get in return. So even if you get to 2 wins, this isn't a 2,000 gem purchase. This is a 1,400 gem purchase for 9 packs. Calc. Yeah. So 1,400 divided by 9 is about 150 gems per pack, which is a bargain, quite frankly. So you're better off doing this, especially with it being on launch day. The only thing that even competes with this price-wise is going to be a quick draft at $750 buy-in, but they don't open up the quick draft until 2 weeks in. So the only option that you'll have to play the new cards is either to 1, buy the cards, 2, play in sealed events, or 3, play in premier drafts, which cost twice as much. And if you're not a good player, or you're not very good at limited, you're probably not going to do as well value-wise for this. Now, the disadvantage with the sealed is that you don't get the duplication protection, and you're not able to, in a draft, you're able to pick around and choose cards that you don't already own, so that if you were to run into a card that you already have, you can, because you don't get duplication protection, you can choose a different card. Well, the sealed, you don't have that option. And we'll see. But the only option you'll get is if you get 4 of a card, they might give you 20 gems for a rare. So you'll lose that deduplication protection, or is it just duplication protection? Either way, You lose that, but if you keep it under 5 sealed drafts, or even under 10, let's say you open 10, that's 90 packs. Yeah, maybe if you get to 10, there's a good chance that you'll get 4 of something, but if you keep it under 5, like, I don't know, I don't see it very likely. So I'm gonna try and do 5 of these, and we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. You know, this is my own personal opinion, but you never know until you try it. So, without further ado, let's get to work. And let's do it. Let's see what we get. Open up our packs. Get 6 packs to crack. Let us open. Oh, okay. So the first thing you see here is that they give you are the rares that are in the set. These rares plus 4 more were opened in your sealed packs. Okay, so let's see what rares we have. We've got Double Major, which is blue-green. Copy target creature spell you control, except it isn't legendary. If the spell is legendary, a copy of the creature spell becomes a token. We have Teachings of the Archaics. It's a lesson. So we can pull this out of our sideboard. Sorcery. If an opponent has more cards in hand than you do, draw 2 cards. Draw 3 cards instead if an opponent has at least 4 more cards than you. Okay. We've got Academic Probation. Choose 1. A non-land card. Choose a non-land card name. Opponents can't cast spells with a chosen name until your next turn. Choose target non-land permanent. Until your next turn, it can't attack or block. Its activated abilities can't be activated. Let's see, we've got a Mystical Archive. Now, my understanding is that these are playable in this set, but in Standard, they are not playable. So in Limited and Sealed, these are playable. But they also come as free cards, so this shouldn't count against my rare. So let's see, because it says plus 4 more. Okay, so I got a rare Mystical Archive, and one it doesn't count, so I have a total of 9 rares plus this 1 rare that I picked up. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Split second. That seems pretty good. It's like a disenchant for green. Green doesn't get a lot of ability to handle enchantments, so that could be a very powerful card if we decide to stay within the blue-green house. But then you get something like this that makes you think maybe we should be playing black, white, black, red. So let's take a look at this card. It is a somewhat expensive 4 cost with a double black, double strike, 2/4. Double strike is just amazing. Depends on what the artifacts and equipment are like in this set. I haven't had a chance to play with the cards, so we'll see how that looks. But double strike is always an interesting ability. It has Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, return target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, return target. So basically, you get a creature card back from the graveyard to your hand every time you cast an instant. And then for the sorcery modal side, flip side. Whew. Gotta stay hydrated, guys. Awaken the Blood Avatar. Costs 8. Holy crap, how do you get to 8? I've noticed that with this set that a lot of the cards are a lot higher in mana than you would anticipate being able to get to in a normal draft. As an example, when I was playing Throne of Eldraine with an aggro deck, I would say getting beyond 5 land was usually a sign that you were losing. And the game was taking, it had gotten gridlocked or something terrible had happened. So I did notice through the card previews that a lot of these do have higher casting costs. So it'll be interesting to see how this set plays. Okay, so anyway, what does this card do? Awaken the Blood Avatar. As an additional cost of the spell, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. This spell does cost 2 less to cast for each creature sacrificed this way. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Create a 3/6 black and red avatar creature token with haste. And whenever this creature attacks, it deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may sacrifice any number of creatures. The spell costs 2 less for each creature sacrificed this way. So let's say I sacrifice 2 creatures. The spell becomes a 4 cost. My opponent has to sack a creature. I create a 3/6 black and red avatar creature token with haste. Whenever this creature attacks, it deals 3 damage to each opponent. 3/6. 6 is a pretty good toughness to attack with. And every time you attack, you're guaranteed to do 3 damage to the opponent. I'd have to play that card to see how it goes. But let's see what the other... I don't get to see the other rares. Well then. Alright, so what do we have for rares? R equals R. What do we have? We have God's Willing. Target creature you control gains protection from a color of your choice until end of turn and scry a card for 1 mana. We have Academic Probation. We already read this one, but I don't remember it already. Choose a non-land card's name. Opponents can't cast spells with the chosen name until your next turn. It's a sorcery. Choose target non-land permanent until your next turn. It can't attack or block. Its activated abilities can't be activated. Okay, so it can kind of... So maybe that could stop an Ugin or something. It can't attack. So basically a pacifism for 1 turn. But you can use it on Planeswalkers as well. And it also stops activated abilities. We've got Strict Proctor. Whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter that ability unless its controller pays 2. Flying. Just going to put that one in because I think it's pretty powerful. So it makes triggered abilities cost more. If an opponent, these are both lessons. Should pay attention to that. Let's just start to build this out. Oh, I saw this card in the preview. Shoot, let me move my head. There we go. We're down here now. So we've got Dragon's Guard Elite. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Dragon's Guard Elite. So this one is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then at late game, you can double the number of +1/+1 counters on it. So it becomes an exponential threat. We have another Mystical Archive card here. We have an enchantment. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1. Neat art. Dramatic Finale. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1. Whenever 1 or more non-token creatures you control die, create a 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying. Oh wow, so every time something dies you get an Inkling. Triggers once each turn. So then we've got Double Major. Copy target creature spell you control except it isn't legendary. So, okay. So if you have 2 extra mana, you can copy the creature. And that's all the rares we have. So out of these rares, I guess we like black-white. So this is the murder with the option to cast for 2. And then this is choose a non-land creature. Opponents can't cast spells with a chosen name until the end of your turn. This one's also a lesson. This is also a lesson. I guess we start here. Okay. So now Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hold on, let's go over to this way. Let's take a look at our cards. So what is this? This is Strix01 sealed. Okay, so how would I draft this otherwise? Let's see. Well, let's just take a look through our cards real quick and see if there's anything that give me an opportunity to go in a different direction. I think one of the colors I was most interested to play was the Witherbloom. I know when I looked at the green set originally, I thought that it was somewhat underwhelming. And it's interesting to see that green now is like the life gain color. But I think the dynamic and the interaction between green and black of creating pests and then sacrificing them, gaining life, and then using that life with the black. Yeah, let's see if we can't find a card. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Blood Researcher. This is a good example here. I like those synergies. I've always liked black as a color. I've always liked green as a color, and I think that those two could be very good in this set. So I'm interested to play it. But I think right now, let's say we get rid of all these. Let's just get rid of all these and take a look. Okay, so then what do we have? Maybe we put everything in. I just want to see how many of each color I've got. I think that's what I want. Click, 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 click. Is there a way to do this faster? Show me everything. Show me everything. All right, so we have a 104 card deck. It's beautiful. And how many of these? We have 25 blue, 22, 18 black. So I think, man, that's crazy. So I guess if we were to pick based off of the number of cards that we have, we would probably go blue, green. But the rares, man, the rares. All right. Now I have to get rid of them all. Yeah, one of the sealed guides I was looking at, this is one of the cards I'm interested in as well, the Bayou Groff. If you sacrifice a creature, it's a turn 2, 5/4, which is pretty beastly. So I imagine we're going to see quite a bit of that. How do you deal with that on turn 2? You know, if they have a good 1/1 for 1, that's tough. So you could come in with something like this. You could chomp real early. I could see him closing the game out very quickly. And then, so you want to be sure you've got your mana drops, and then hitting something like a Dragon's Guard Elite, going late game. And then I noticed like the cards in the middle were somewhat lacking for green. So like, let's say we wanted to build a green-black deck. How many cards do I have at my disposal? Do we even have a 1/1 for 1? I don't think we do. Yeah. All right, well, let's stick with our original intent here. Type R equals R. All right, so let's throw everything in here that we've got that's good. And then let's take a look at what else we can put in here. We've got Eager First Year. Whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, it gets +1/+0. So we have 2 of those now. Tap 2 target creatures and learn. Maybe throw 1 of those in. We'll probably... Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Destroy a target creature 4 power or greater. That's great. Flying. When Pillar Drop Recruiter enters the battlefield, return target creature card with mana 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Create a +1/1/1 black and green pest creature token with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. As long as it's your turn, has lifelink. Yep. Sacrifice another creature, put a +1/+1 counter. Activate this as a sorcery. Okay. We've got the new lands in this set too. The Revealous Plains or a swamp, and it comes in untapped. This isn't one of them, but yeah. So this one comes in tapped, but you can also scry, and it adds black or white. Alright, so we get an Inkling. Whenever another creature you control with flying dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Yep. Or you cast or copy. Gains your choice of flying or lifelink until end of turn. There she is. Double strike. Is it worth it to put red in? I don't know. Can we get some red in? Is that an option? What do we have? We have 24 cards right now. What does that look like? $11 creatures, 11 non-creatures. Do we have any colorless? Is there any artifacts? Yeah. Equipped creature has +1/+1 vigilance, trample. Tokens cost almost nothing to cast to. Draw a card. Add 1 mana of any color, so this is a good fixer. $27. I mean, this is getting close to what an actual deck would look like. So in this case, if we know, so what do we look like? If we gains protection from a color, so this is a combat trick. That's kind of a terrible combat trick. +1/+1 vigilance. Gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Cause an ability to trigger. Counter that ability unless its controller pays 2. Tap 2 target creatures. Create a 1/1 black pest. Gain life. And we get to learn. Do we go 3 colors? Like, if this was... I don't see any reason. We're going to probably put more white in here. So if we would do something like this. Do we have Strixhaven planes? Here, we can do Strixhaven. Filter. Land. Oh! Where's my land? Okay, whatever. Where are the Strixhaven planes? Where are they? I don't even know. Where are they? Kind of foresty. Alright, well, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then for swamp, we would probably do 8. What is the top of my curve here? Looks like we have 2 6s. Kind of like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that really put me at 43. So then what do you get rid of if this is what the deck looks like? I like to sort this out this way, where type equals creature. You have to spell creature correctly though. So we have 12 creatures, which is somewhat light. We would probably want to keep all of these. If it's a creature, it stays. And our mana curve is 2, 2, so 5, a couple of 3s. This one requires a black and a white to cast. Flying. She's not great. That's really good. That's also okay. If only she was a vampire. Silver Quill Pledge Mage. Gains your choice of flying or lifelink. 3/1 flying. Holy cow, that could be good. Do we have lots of instants? What do my sorceries and instants look like? 11? 11 total? Okay. Now I've got learn, but is it worthwhile? I guess we could look at the learns and remove them. Do we have anything that will let me learn? We can take a look at that. If it's a creature, it stays though. Okay, sacrifice a creature. Probably not going to happen. Double strike. I guess we could throw in like a red. Turn target card from graveyard to the bottom of its owner's library. And you cost 6. Is there ever an instance where I'm thinking like you would be in the game right away? Man. Graveyard to your hand. That helps a little bit with our problem. Is there ever an instance where we do red here? Okay, well, let's take a look at this. Defiant Strike is okay. I could see getting rid of it though. I like the equipment because it hangs around, makes my creatures tougher, and I don't have many creatures. Choose a non-land card. Opponents can't cast spells with the chosen name until your next turn. Choose target non-land permanent. It can't attack or block. I wonder how good that is. Tap up to 2 target creatures and learn. So we can learn, we can dig for something. Create a 2/1 black and white inkling. Scry 2, draw a card. I guess you could probably go. Your lesson. Yeah, you could probably go. Add 1 mana of any color, sacrifice. Okay, that's a fixer. We'll hold on to you. Creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. Is she she's a lesson as well. Maybe she goes into the sideboard as well. Destroy target creature. Do we have anything that really kills creatures? Exile target creature. Exile up to 1 target instant or sorcery. Holy cow. You are expensive. So what does that put me at? 17. This is 42. I think out of this, you would probably go, and I would probably also get rid of the Defiant Strike. I think this is what a white and black deck would look like. And then let's take a look at Learn and see. We've got a few things that can learn. So if we learned and put it into your hand, or discard a card to draw a card. So then at that point we can lesson. So lessons are over here. I guess we could learn for the scry. Or we could learn for this. Kind of an interesting idea. So let's say that this is the deck. What are my other deck possibilities? We've got combat trick, we've got Frog, I would probably play another combat trick. Reject is a good counter. Strategic planning is a scrying is a digging tool. Frost Trickster, 2/2 bird. Tap target creature an opponent controls, doesn't untap, that's good. Whenever you cast a spell, copy it. If you control a planeswalker, scry 1, draw 1. You can do 2 if you have a wizard. Draw 1, learn. Seems alright. Search your library for an instant or sorcery card. Put it into your hand and shuffle. Teachings of the Archaics. As long as you control 8 or more lands. Flying. Put target creature on top. Okay, second from the top. Snow Day. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap phase. Draw 2 cards and discard. Not really creature strong here. Type equals creature. So I don't know, man. There's not a lot of opportunity here. First strike, shaman. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, it gets +1 until end of turn. I could see this one being really good. Anything that's got first strike is nice. This card is a game changer. I think this one is really good. And I wonder if there's a way to sneak this one into the deck. We're already black. How heavy into white are we? Like, we could go green-black. So, like, if I get rid of this and I say just green, show me what you got. What would I take out of here? That's okay. Also, just okay. This is good. Devouring Tendrils. Target creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. So that's a ram through. We've got the squirrel. She's great. Not great. Pretty good. I like the ability to draw lands here. So what is split second? As long as the spell is on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. So this is like it's not counterable? Is that what that means? Is this a... Yeah, it's a master class. You gain 2 life. Nothing... She is good, though. So how do you get her in the deck? Out of all of these, I think these 3 and probably the cultivate and these 3, like if I could, I'd do 1, 2, 3 and probably cultivate. I can cast this one. Holy cow, I've got black. Yeah. But yeah. I guess we could do this. Throw that in. That gives me green or black. I can cast you too. Whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, you gain a life. Yeah, I can use you. Okay, well then, how does this change the dynamic here? Ah! Okay, so let's take a look at this now. We're at 47. We have a green-black. mana. Add 1 mana of any color. Okay, so I've got 1 card that can fix. And 1 bloom. You don't matter. You just don't want to draw that unless you've got the green, though. So how many of these? I guess we could remove a white, remove a black. We could go back to the mana over here. Where are you? Where's my forests? I guess we pick 4 of those up. How many lands does this put me at? There's no way that's just 20, is it? 20 seems high. So what do we get rid of? Do I get run over by somebody who's more like a more tuned deck? I have to drop black here. I think that's the problem. You know, it's double black. We don't have the option of saying it's black or white. The cultivate helps. What does that put me at? 49. 15 creatures. Type equals creature. And then remove you, even though you've got reach. I don't really have a way to deal with flying other than to kill it. We're at 14 creatures. We could probably drop 1 more. So let's say we get rid of 1 of you. Maybe we get rid of 2 of you. And then what do we get rid of over here? Oh, hold on. I gotta come back into it. 46 cards. I guess we don't really need the black as early. So what does that give me? If I've got the cultivate, we're at 44. We don't have the red though. Maybe we don't plan on casting red though. But we do have the fixer, so he can help. So then what are we at? Type equals creature. Okay, so we only have 12 creatures now. Oh no. So maybe the firstborn comes back. You probably aren't as good in this deck. But maybe you are. You can learn. You're probably also not as good. Seven and 9 makes 16, 17, 18. Maybe we add an extra land. We do have the cultivate and the whatever. It's 18. We're hoping to draw a green and a black early, I think. So maybe... we got the 5/5. Man, that's tough. Why did we add this extra complexity? I feel like we had a deck. But this does give me a better creature composition. We've got some removal. Kind of high on the two drop. Get Inklings with flying. I like that. Yeah, I like you too. Creature removal. How do you get the red in there? Oh, I've got red. Add 1 mana of any color. Yeah. So 42, is that it? Is that how we do this? And then get rid of the study break? Oh, what other card can we get rid of? That card is going to wreck. Absolutely. Non-token creatures die. Create a 2/1. I think that probably goes, huh? So if we get rid of those, what does my learn? Learn. I have 1 card that can learn. That's it. Do I have any lessons that are worth learning for? Not worth it. Maybe worth it. Maybe worth it. I guess that's okay. Oh, there it is. This is what we're starting with. How's the mana curve? Let's take a look. So we've got... what do we want to play? Turn 2, we probably want green. By turn 3 or 4, we probably would prefer black. So if we remove you, add 1 to you and you. So that's 6, 12, 16, 17, 18. Is that enough? 18 lands? We've got the cultivate, we've got the artifact. I feel like 1 more is worthwhile. Maybe we just bump this to 1 more and we go to 41 and let's get into it. If this goes horribly wrong, we're probably going to switch back to black-white, so we'll see what happens. Either way, we got to play a game, so let's go. Pez machine. Hey, we drew a green. Life doesn't suck. We also have a 4 cost and a black. We're actually doing alright mana-wise. Guess we keep it. Got a new board. Looks pretty dope. Probably lead with the black, I guess. Okay, okay. So we can put another... Let's put a white on the board. Put you out there. Opponent is playing white, red. Doesn't have a plains or a mountain to show me. Well, they did. Or it didn't care, I guess. Whenever it attacks, it gains flying until end of turn. If you control a creature with flying... Same is true for first strike, death strike. Oh, crazy. So basically he can mirror... Do we have any combat tricks? Oh, okay. So we've got one of any color. That's good stuff. Flying or lifelink. So we could attack with her. I don't know if they're willing to lose her. So you are going to be double strike. I'm going to be able to have you on the board. Yeah, I think we'll take our chances. We'll attack with this and see if they want to block. I'll have the lifelink at the very least, and I think mine's a little bit more powerful. Cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell. I really want to put you down next turn. I'll have the mana either way. So I guess I put you down right now. Why did this become less expensive? I don't have the mana. I could put a 3/6. You know, I wonder if I should have put the letter of acceptance. You're tapped. You have the letter of acceptance as well. We can block. We can block here. We trade. Okay, so we attack. I think you go onto the board, which is unfortunate because I think I could have cast the other one. But she'll be good. I'll be able to get the Plague Medge back. Opponent is playing white-red. Wow. Sucks to be me. Should have probably waited to do that. Okay, well, we can put you down. Whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability. Okay, so we can put you down. And you down. We'll end the turn. Okay. Nice. Okay. Sweet. Could sacrifice a creature. Since we got Menace. Protection from color. I don't know if that's the right play here. Give him protection from white, though. It's a good play. I'll have to watch out for that. I was aware of that card, but I wasn't thinking about it. Oh, they're learning right now. So let's see what they picked up. Okay, I have that card too. Might see a lot of that. Do we put them down? Yeah, okay, so we have lots of mana. We have tons of mana right now. This is crazy. Okay, opponent's getting card advantage right now. We don't have any red left either in the deck. We can sacrifice a creature. We can attack. He's got Menace. So we'd have to block with both. But this one... Pass. Yep. Do you have any more combat tricks is the question. So if we do this, we'd either take 4, pass to blockers. I don't think we block just yet. We'll just wait. We'll see what happens. Pass the damage. Take 4. We have some life from before. Take my turn. Oh, we can scry with this one, though. Oh. Okay, we're messing up our lands here. So, next... How much longer do you want to not... Yeah, you messing this shit up too. Yep. So creature light. Like, seriously. Tap a creature, draw 2 cards, learn. Alright. So I think we're gonna get hurt a lot this turn. That sucks. We have that card too. We decided to take it out. Interesting. So we're gonna take 8. We're now at 13. Opponent's pretty much tied up. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it. He's got vigilance anyway. Okay, scry your heart away. You can do lifelink, I guess. Exile target creature, exile... Holy shit. Oh, I have one of those too. And learn... Well, if I could draw one, that'd be really nice. Search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand. Yep, that's fine. We're so creature light. Yeah. So what do you do? So he's gonna do this. That's fine. So then he has to choose. That's fine. Guess we take my turn. God, we need to scry. Let's see if he blocks. Kind of makes sense for him to block, but he might think I've got something in my hand. Enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic plains card, reveal it. It's a 2/1 resolve. He can't tell whether or not I've got something in my hand because of the letter of acceptance. Oh shoot, I forgot to move my head over here. Pass to attackers. I'll see what you want to do. Just gonna chill, huh? Alright, so you got a 4/1. Sucks for me. Alright, so then you are gonna scry. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Exile target permanent. I can do 3 points of damage. It's an instant. If you attack into that, what happens? They block like that. I guess we can... live and learn, right? What's gonna happen? Alright, so let's say we do that. Okay, you scry. So now I get to kill your creature. And we end our turn. Should have played the land. Holy cow, creatures, attacking creatures you control have double strike? Holy cow. That's bad. That's really bad. he's going to have double strike. I'm going to take 8. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, ouch. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Wow, if you see this Blade Historian, whew. Honestly, this card is pretty good too. This Flaming Effigy, or Fuming Effigy. Alright, so what do we have here? Something to help me, right? We have 5/5. That helps. That certainly does. So then what? She trades? Is trading good enough? I guess. They're not going to give up the Historian. But the only way I get life back is if I attack, so I think I need to press. Opponent has 1 card in their hand. Can you cast that at instant speed? Okay. Let's see what they do. We're gonna block with the token. You don't have anything in hand. But you can scry if you want. She is actually quite good with the lifelink. You may have double strike, but I now have a 6/6 on the board. And that is something you're going to have to deal with. Yep, I see you. Yep, I see you. Well, you're at least thinning the deck out. Okay. Really? Okay. What does that do for you? If I were you, I would press. I would attack. Yep, that's what I would do too. I'm not going to take 8. I will block. Yep. That forces me. This team pennant is turning out to be way better than you would expect it to be. Yeah. So then what? I take... If they both have double strike, like what do you do about that? You gotta block. Yeah. Yeah, sucks. Running out of creatures. And they can keep returning to his hand. No! Oh, god damn. This is like infinite combo. It's so crazy. Holy cow. That is so nice. That is so nice. Oh. Well, what do you do about that? I think we do this, right? Get on the board. Let's go. Let's get big. Come to Papa. Of course, why not? So even if I kill those darn things, what do you do about that? How many cards? Like 20? And 14. Not willing to attack, huh? If I attack... Well, what happens here? If I attack, he has to block. He comes back with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I can't attack. We have to skip. Put a counter over here and we scry. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Hold the phone. Two, 4, 6, 8. No attacks. I think we have to scry here. Yeah. It's not good enough, man. I need to draw a card. We lose. Well, I guess that's why you always try to get in that best card, right? That's why we're trying to play the rares. And if I was to play this differently, what would I do? I would probably... No, I want that one. I want to see what's in here. I think having the 3/6 that does 3 damage whenever it attacks would have been really good with the +1/+1, because it would have been a 4/7, right? Return instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. He's got lethal this turn, so we'll see if they figure it out. Yeah, they're not smart enough to figure that out. Your guy has double strike, dude. Like, you're letting me crawl back into this. So this graveyard to your hand. So what instant or sorcery? He's got all sorts of stuff in here. Tap 2 creatures would fuck. Pardon my French, would do it. Like, we put this one down. Does it help us, though? I don't know. I guess it buys me a turn, because he has to cast the pillar, but he's still got lethal. So I don't know why he's not... So I think we do this. We scry at the end of their turn. Yeah. I have to say, playing 3 colors didn't turn out too bad either. Whoa, wow. Legendary Bird Advisor. Now all the mythics are coming out. You may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard this turn. If that spell doesn't target a creature you control, it costs 8 more this way. If that spell would put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Nice. Wish I had picked that one up. Pass to attackers. You have lethal, dude. Oh, that one's... So what, now you can only attack for... So then here, we're going to start to scry. These cards are actually turning out to be pretty amazing. Like, I would almost consider putting one into my deck, even if it didn't match my colors, just for the scry ability late game. Nice. That will help. That will help. That will help. That will help. Alright, so you... Alright, so now nobody has double strike when they attack. Oh, I can learn. Pilgrim of the Ages. You have to block. What? No, no, no! The other ability, you dumb thing! What the hell is this? How is this happening? Fucking magic, man. Fucking magic. Ah! God, you're stupid. So he's gonna get to cast them both again. Oh, I was supposed to tell him he wasn't allowed to attack or block. What happened? Oh, I just didn't read the frickin' thing. Ah, that sucks. That sucks. Okay, so you get to draw cards. I'm gonna lose this game because of a technicality. And the only reason I'm still in this game is because my opponent, the Pez machine, is acting like a real Pez head. Yeah. You got two creatures with flying. Ugh, you are frustrating, Mr. Pez machine. So it costs 6 to come back to your hand. This is not helping. Alright, so I think we attack. We've got vigilance. He has to block. Just block with one, huh? I've got trample, dude. Okay. Okay, you gain life. Okay, yep. How do you cast that card? I don't see how you cast that card. How? You don't have anything I can cast that card. It's got 3/2. Oh, but you've got the... But you can only do one. Your artifact can only give you one mana source. Okay. They're both in hand. Okay. Yep. Yep. Coming? Coming, brother? It's only 5. Pass to blockers. You get to block. Oops. Yeah, oops. Should have come with one more. I guess we win because our opponent felt like giving us a win, I guess. That's why we win. Yeah. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. It's okay. I had a couple of mistakes. You gave me that game though, so thank you. Initial thoughts. Initial thoughts. What are my initial thoughts on this? Initial thoughts were the mana didn't turn out to be as big of an issue as I thought it was going to be. Almost everything had pretty good synergy. I could cast with white or black or white. I really didn't have to worry about making sure that I had... Granted, my opening hand was pretty good, and I knew that I was hoping to lean towards green or black early, and that by my third or fourth mana curve that I would... I mean, and almost everything here just has one mana that it requires as well. And honestly, I could have even played this Awaken the Blood avatar, which I think next time I would. I would probably use that one over it. Each opponent sacrifices a creature, create a 3/6 avatar with haste, and whenever this creature attacks, deals 3 damage. I think that would have won me the game earlier. Granted, the opponent had some removal. Didn't draw any of this stuff until kind of late. The tap creatures card was pretty good. Tap 2 target creatures was pretty good. And I would consider playing that in the deck as kind of a finisher. The fact that it learned, I did get to cast a learn spell as well. What did I get to use? Oh, the one that screwed me over, I think. It's not learn. What lesson? What lesson did I learn? Definitely did learn a lesson. I learned that pay attention to which one you're choosing here, because choose target non-land permanent. Until your next turn, it can't attack or block, or its activated abilities can't be activated. I did that wrong. 100% wrong. Can't cast spells with the chosen name. So this actually could have been useful from stopping the opponent and giving me an extra turn, knowing what they had in their hand, because they were using lessons and I could see what cards they had in their hand. But I should have used it in the way that those 2/1 creatures couldn't block my creatures, and I could have gone through with more damage. So that is a lesson I've learned about this card, is play the right side of the card. Surprised this didn't come through as a lesson for me. I guess I could have picked it up. It's interesting that you can see the lessons even if you don't have a chance to cast them. And honestly, you know, this I think one big takeaway I would have from this is that artifacts are really good. There aren't very many of them, but the ones that there are very powerful. And what was that fixer? This Letter of Acceptance, being a common, is really, really good. I was able to use it to fix my mana problems. A lot of these lessons just cost 1 mana. So that could get really interesting. I could have used the Teachings of the Archaics with the Letter of Acceptance to draw cards. So that's something I should look to do. Honestly, I think I would probably look to play more learn spells too. The fact that this does learn means that I can pull those cards in. I can pull those lessons in. Because I only had 1 learn card. So I only picked up this academic probation. But I could have, if I have an extra one, I could play the Teachings of the Archaics or the Introduction to Prophecy as well. So I don't know if that's worth bringing it up to a 42 card deck, because if there's something else that I wouldn't, if I have this in my hand, I'm giving up the opportunity of having something else in my hand. So what would I give up? God's Willing was good. She turned out to be a lot better than I thought she was going to be. The lifelink was quite good. Devouring Tendrils, I guess I could get rid of. The Cultivate, it could really help with the mana. Magecraft gets flying or lifelink. Didn't turn out to be very good, I guess. Which would you take? The 3/1 can fly, or the... You're much better. Yeah, if you see the Letter of the Acceptance, definitely do that. In Sealed, much more than in Draft, I would say feel free to fix the mana the way you need to. Go a little heavier on land. If you can squeeze it into 2 colors, go ahead and do that. But more often than not, you're going to want to try and play your game changers. If you can get the dramatic finale onto the board, or if you can get that mythic card out there, that's gonna really change the game. You know, just the fact that this card is so good, this 2/2, and that you can put a counter on it every time you cast an instant or sorcery. She's just so good. Like, why wouldn't you try to find a way to fix her into the deck, you know? So I think that would be my suggestion for this. But yeah, anyway, it's getting kind of late here, and I did want to get this up and out. So if you guys hung out this long, I hope that you guys are as excited about Strixhaven as I am. I know that I plan on doing a couple more sealeds. I'm definitely going to be drafting a lot of this set. So I think it'll be interesting to go back to this video and take a look at what my first impressions were versus what I'm going to think about this set in a month. So with that, I don't know what else there is to say. If you're with me if you're still here, thanks a lot. It means a lot to me. Hit the like and subscribe button, share, whatever. But yeah, more than anything, just thanks for watching. You guys have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.